Earlier on, we brought you a story on members of Operation Dudula in Soweto who are calling for spaza shops in South Africa to be exclusively owned by locals. To take this conversation further, we are joined by Mabena, who's a representative from the Soweto Network Alert. Mabena, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. So earlier today, both the Soweto Alert Network as well as Operation Dudula took to the streets of Soweto to ensure the closure of foreign-owned spaza shops. Did you achieve your objectives today?
I cannot say yes, because things they didn't go the way we thought they would. So actually, I was very much disappointed.
And what were your expectations for today?
I thought we'll be having the immigration van immediately at the same time to check the documents of the foreigners that shot the 21 airport. But unfortunately, it came very late, and community of White City, they were defending the Pakistans, the foreigners running the spaza shop. So it was difficult for us to carry on with our job as we planned.
So speaking of the community of White City and their defense of the foreign shop owners, what brought about your stance in going out and ensuring that you're closing these spaza shops? Was this a mandate from the community? Did they turn on you once you started actively going into those communities?
Yeah, you know, as far as I heard, we were distracted because there's a few ladies who were singing there for that Semi, the owner of the shop. They've got kids with him and different ladies. So that's why it was difficult for us to carry on with the operation. And what surprises me is they saw the video, what was happening inside the shop, which was very terrible for them to support such business. Hygienically, it was totally not professional, the way I saw it. So I was not expecting a community to back up the foreigners after the video that I see. So as we the story, they told us that few of the ladies who were sitting there, they've got kids with the foreigner. So they make our life easy to do whatever that you wanted to do, because you managed to close other shops except that one.
When you embark on this protest and the closure of some of these foreign spaza shops, what are some of the grievances expressed by the residents of Soweto with regards to the activities that happen in and around these spaza shops?
What I can say is, we sit down with them, and especially regarding the give back the country to the community. They are supposed to help us at least with 30% of whatever they're aiming to help us as community. So these are some of the things that I need to address to Pakistans and Somalians, whatever you call them, so that maybe if they've got documents, and what I don't like is whatever skill that they are doing, South Africans, they've got that skills to run the shop. So if maybe they come to Soweto with the different skills, that is going to be impossible for us to do it. We are going to understand. So that was some of the questions that concern me, especially regarding whatever that has happened.
So, Ma'am Nancy, I'm not sure, there's a bit of an unclear line between you and I, but just to clarify, you spoke of 30% of profits that are expected from the foreign shop owners. I'm assuming this is to have a social compact with the community, maybe in a way that they're giving back. Would this also be an expectation if it was locals running those spaza shops?
It was, because I think most of the South Africans, they know the laws. If maybe for the funeral or whatever, they come and they help the community. So there's nothing that you are achieving from them, nothing at all. And hygienically, you cannot live with such people. Firstly, you'll never see them going out to the toilet, for an example. They use the spaza shop to do whatever inside the spaza shop. So my concern is why people are supporting such people. Why don't you ask yourself a question that where do these people go out to help themselves? And they saw the video, clear video, with all the messes, but they are fighting us. And they were supposed to support us, but because we came to protect them from the foreigner who shot their community, instead they're fighting against us.
Maybe just to clarify, Mam Nancy, in terms of that 30% of profits, it's not necessarily by law that they would have to give back to those communities, but just as a social compact, as a way of ensuring that they make money within a community that they exist in, and they are able to give back, like you say, in ways that certain communities know how the economy of that community would work, and how you would contribute and donate to certain whether it's a funeral, like you mentioned, and not necessarily that it is by law. But I think maybe just to expand on the issue of the people of White City protecting some of these foreign-owned shops. One mentioned in one of the clips that we played earlier on is that they're not against what you're doing, but simply because they were expecting for Operation Dudula, as well as the Soweto Network Alert, to come in with the Department of Home Affairs, with the Department of Health, in ensuring that the processes are done correctly and not just pulling out these spaza shops from the townships. Would you agree with such a stance in taking a more legal route that would ensure you get the objective that you're looking for?
We tried that several times. Several times. It doesn't work for us. Because like for instance, today they came, the immigration van. They checked their document, but without us being around, especially Zandu was not around, we just had the community screaming like they qualified to be in South Africa. But I cannot say I saw it. They did it alone without inviting us.
And why do you think that there is that disconnect between authorities and civil society organizations like yourselves that are trying to find solutions to such problems, especially in the townships?
Can you say it again?
I'm just saying, why do you think there's a disconnect between yourselves and the authorities? Because, I mean, you bringing in the people of immigration was to verify that the actions that you're about to take in removing them was correct in terms of whether or not they do have the documentation. Why do you think you're unable to work together? As you're saying, you've tried it a number of times.
Because, before they start checking the document, they were supposed to invite at least Zandile or one member from our side to verify the papers. So no one verified the papers except the police, them, and the community of White City. Then we just had them screaming that like the papers are correct. I feel that somehow they're failing us.
All right, Mam Nancy, we seem to be losing our connection with you there, but I think the gist of our conversation has come on. Thank you so much for joining us and just clarifying the stance of Soweto Network Alert as well as Operation Dudula with regards to the removal of some of those foreign-owned shops